Alright, what's up guys? This is Will Mosley. I usually roll into Final Cut to kind of show you the breakdown of the films, but I guess I have missing media right now, just don't have the correct hard drive at the moment, so I'm just literally just going to walk through one of my favorite films that I recently did. It was Would You Still Go? Nice shot of you, of course, right? So I'm just going to roll through this and then just add commentary as I see fit. Let's do it. It's family day!
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling.
So a lot of you guys have asked me about the intro, and it's literally, I don't know, there's so much that goes into this. I don't know if I have the time to explain a lot of it right now, but pretty much when I do these intros, I try to make a tribute kind of to previous seasons, previous things going on. So like this was episode 77, Stopped by the Police, what it really is like to daily vlog. There's so much that flashes by that you don't catch, so every time you kind of watch, you probably see something different.
Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it, cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money.
This video is sponsored by me. If you need a promotional film that just does more, has personality. Hey Eden. As I'm talking about like promotional films and things like that, like I don't want to be just straight in the office stiff. I want to kind of like show what's going on. Like if you're with me or around me, you know, I got kids, you kind of know what I'm about. That's not afraid to be different, and you know, docu style. Click the link below and we'll get you hooked up. willmosley.com. Really like this intro. I think it was a little bit oversaturated, but I still like how the drone just kind of popped up in the air. This was a start of me starting to use drone shots, or this is the second part. The second time I think I started doing this was putting drone shots in the beginning and then kind of halfway through the film from the same flight. What's going on here? Let the kids play at the house for a while, nap time, and then head to Lake Lure, and I started getting comfortable with adding text to the screen, and it helps a lot. I'm telling you, it helps a ton, because a lot of times when you're watching these films, you're not actually like listening, like you're not listening to them, you're seeing them on your phones, and sometimes you'll click into them, so explaining what's going on is good. Bad news. Check engine light is back on. It may have something to do with the antifreeze, which, you know, you watched the vlog.
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things.
John, I really liked how that kind of just started flashing through. This is using the C, or the RX 100, rest in peace, right here. This is the SL2, and right when I go inside, I put that camera, you see I put that camera away. Oop, wait, come on, you can do it.
Yeah, he sets my
right there. So I'm shooting on the RX 100 right here, and I kind of got a shot right there, but I usually just use the RX 100 inside, although RX 100 is out of commission right now, sadly.
Emotion. He knows how to turn things.
John, probably won't be seeing you for another year, but John, I miss you. I had a tremendous time hanging out with you, Brittany, you and the fam. It's a lot of this. I love how this kind of came out, but this frustrates the hell out of me with that camera. Like it just stops working, or doesn't record until like. Very quick complaint about my RX 100.
it clips off. Like literally, I'm talking, I press the record button right here, and I'm talking for like 5 seconds.
By the way, I'm in the trunk right now of the van. I had to close it because it's like super windy, and this snowball has no type of wind buffer. But we got this.
And then it's recording, and so you don't see what the hell I'm saying. So if you're in need of a website, a promotional film, or
you got to get in tune like with those cutoffs, like you're talking at one point in a completely different location and then you flash to another scene. It's just getting in tune with those audio spikes. I wish I had the film itself right now to kind of show you exactly what's going on, but this is probably going to be the only one that I do this with. I'll be better about making sure the media is not missing.
trade show kit. Click the link below and we can get...
Oh, and I also liked how I transitioned. This was probably the most seamless promotional film type thing that I felt like I did, and I wanted to kind of get more to this style where I was in the middle of the vlog, remember to talk about the kind of the pitch for a second and get back to it, because it flows much better than doing it just kind of after the fact.
Set up. Yeah, sponsored by me. Back to the film.
Shout out to that water.
And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at him, he's got...
You see his feet up? I just noticed that.
And he knows what gets me going. Yeah, like a little text saying, hey, what's up? They look at me, I'm in a bad situation. Look at
Just chilling like, what, dude?
him, he's got a bad reputation. They be looking at us, thinking we are too much.
There is a ton of meat that needs to be packaged.
24 mil, I can tell just already by the background.
And I've been holding off on doing it, and I need to do it before it goes bad.
I like how this starts.
So, doing that now.
This is what it starts to really feel like, the family film, like the vibes I love with my boys.
Alright, it is time to head out. See you at the beach.
And I start, like, I play music and then I let you hear kind of the environment. I've mentioned this plenty of times before, but those are kind of key things that go in with the films.
Just made it to Advanced Auto Parts. Check engine light.
It's weird. A few codes here. So it's showing catalyst system efficiency below threshold bank 2.
Okay.
He was hitting me mad with so many, like, check engine codes. I was so sad. And it was one of those moments where it's like, damn, we got the kids in the car right now. Like, what do we do? Do we just kind of, like, just go ahead and make it happen, or stay home and be those parents? And we were like, screw it.
Same code repeated, same code again, and then it's showing pretty much a couple of codes here where the reader doesn't know. There you go.
I tried to leave the drop of that beat for like when we got straight to it. But a lot of times with these films, like the big thing that I think I do that it's different from a lot of people is like I just pull the footage to the timeline, and however the film flows, it kind of flows. I let it flow that way. I hope that makes sense. Like I edit to whatever is next in the sequence, and then if there's, say, a whole bunch of me shooting close up of the kids, well, then that's going to be a B-roll sequence. I don't try to plan a B-roll sequence at minute 1 or a minute exactly, whatever. It just kind of, you know, organically happens. That's our timer, but I'm going to finish up the film because I really love this film.
Okay. These beautiful mountains up here. Let's go. Hey, my hand. Very tight, too.
That was a 75 to 300.
Get in hand.
Hey. I know handsome, right? Like, just absolutely handsome, just water dripping.
We literally got here with like 20 minutes before.
This was the RX100, by the way. Literally just sat it in the sand, like with the tripod. I was hoping it wouldn't fall.
Closed, but still worth it. Definitely worth it.
So that beat, that drop straight to the drones. This is my favorite shot out of the entire, out of everything. Just like it's coming down, the sun, you got the valleys. So good. You see how like tiny I am? Like, that's drone. Cutting the film like right with if you cut it with like a bang or some sort of something, right as the music stops, it transitions better.
As promised, at the toy store
RX100.
for the boys so they can pick out a toy. King literally this morning, we were like, we don't have any money. So he goes over to my desk and picks out like 40 cents.
You hear the start of the new song before it starts to hit the B-roll? That's just kind of the beginning. That song is starting so that right when that beat starts, like it really picks up, that's when the B-roll starts popping in. Start it again.
King literally this morning, we were like, we don't have any money. So he goes over to my desk and picks out like 40 cents worth of money, and he was like, I'm going to use this money to buy toys. I'm like, okay,
One of my favorite tracks in
alright,
this.
you earned your toy.
For the record.
Get this one thing clear.
My boys.
The problem about going toy shopping is
Don't be afraid to cut in between like a song and then start to continue the song. It's okay.
kids are typically indecisive. I mean, like, look at all these options. Like, I would.
Everything coming from these cameras, if it's the SL2, it's in rolling at 60 frames per second. If it's the RX100, it's probably rolling at 120 frames per second.
The cost of these toys, though.
Like, we dropped, I think, $80. You hear it's like, and it's like rolls out.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that film. Like I said in the beginning, if you need a promotional film
Gotta throw the promotional part at the very end. I got to, you know.
that's kind of docu-style, run and gun, 3 boys and 1 on the way. And I do things a little bit different. So if you need a promotional film, if you need an e-commerce web store that handles custom transactions, things like that, I'm your guy. Of course, if you
may be wondering, okay, Will, when do you do like these shots? Typically, I do these shots after I've either watched the film or I've created the film pretty much all the way through, and I'm adding an intro and outro, or I do it right before I start an edit, and it's pretty fresh in my mind, so I know what the film is about and what's kind of going on, and I can make references.
To just build a basic website, I suggest you do it yourself. You can use something like Squarespace, Wix, all of that. I encourage it. It's a good experience, and typically 95% of you guys.
Also, Squarespace has been like killing it. Like, I've been designing my stuff with Squarespace. I'm crediting like the system, like the framework, but it definitely you as a designer or developer can add like what you need to it, or I should say designer. I don't want to get too far into dev, because you can't really do much with dev. But if you know CSS pretty well, you can manipulate it. Head over to my website if you want to know more information about that.
Get away with that. But again, if you need something like an educational platform or an affiliate program or something, completely off the charts that can't be done with these template-based, enjoy your family time. Grab a promotional film. Peace out.
And I try to, at the very end, get the very last bit of that soundtrack and let that wrap the kind of video.
Enjoy your family time. Grab a promotional film. Peace out.
That was it. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this film. I definitely did. Next time we'll be looking more at the timeline, stuff like that, so you can see exactly where certain things hit and drop. But I'll be continuing to make these type of films. Also, if you're wanting more information about like Would You Still Go, or kind of things that are happening, I'm doing deep dives of each of my films as well. I've done, I think, 2 or 3 deep dives now. One on through the lens of a creative director, the Asheville one, on the podcast. So if you look up in Spotify or Apple Music or anything like that, SoundCloud, all that, should be able to find, use at Hey Will Mosley, and you'll be able to hear all of that. It's about 30 to an hour, so of like deep content of things that just can't be covered in the film. So I hope you enjoy those as well. It's a trio, it's a companion. You got the nice creative work, you got the screencast here where I'm kind of walking you through the film, and then certain topics and subjects I can just talk freely about without a time constraint in the podcast. Alright, guys, have a great day. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Oh, and also, get a promotional film. You know that though, right?